members of the Afghan delegation. President Karzai is held in the highest esteem. I have fond memories of our interaction during his previous visits to Pakistan. We recognize his great contributions towards the progress and well-being of the Afghan people. My government has assumed office with the resolve to create a peaceful external environment so that we can focus on Pakistan's domestic priorities. Building stable and cooperative relations with all our neighbors is a vital component of this vision. Afghanistan is not only a close neighbor, but also a fraternal nation with which the people of Pakistan are bound by unbreakable ties of faith, kinship, and shared history. Our security and future prosperity is linked to that of Afghanistan in multiple ways. Exactly. President Karzai is visiting Pakistan at an important juncture in his country's history. We wish the Afghan people well in the security and political transitions currently underway. The year 2014 is particularly crucial for Afghanistan and this region. It is our sincere hope and desire to this milestone crossed peacefully. President Karzai and I have held wide-ranging talks on these and related issues of common interest. We focused on the common challenges we face and the huge opportunities before us. I stressed to President Karzai the importance Pakistan attaches to a peaceful, stable, and united Afghanistan. I also reaffirmed Pakistan's strong and sincere support for peace and reconciliation in Afghanistan. We fully agreed that this process has to be inclusive, Afghan-owned, and Afghan-led. I assured President Karzai that Pakistan will continue to extend all possible facilitation and the international community's efforts for the realization of this noble goal. Pakistan would also help reinforce regional efforts in support of stabilization of Afghanistan, inshallah. We believe this is imperative for turning the tide of conflict and instability that has engulfed our region for decades. It is also indispensable for the realization of our positive agenda of peace and development. My government is equally committed to deepening and broadening our bilateral relations with Afghanistan. I believe the central focus of this relationship has to be a strong trade and economic partnership that serves the common interest of our peoples. Today we have discussed in depth how we can work together to develop a robust, multi-dimensional relationship serving the long-term interest of our two nations. Another important plank of our mutual engagement is connectivity, Mr. President, and regional economic cooperation. We have decided to work closely to reinforce trade, energy, and communications links through trans-regional initiatives. We believe these initiatives offer rich dividends for Afghanistan, Pakistan, and the region. In this regard, I am happy to announce that the finance ministers of Pakistan and Afghanistan met yesterday. They held comprehensive discussions aimed at pursuing various economic and connectivity projects. These projects will give a tremendous boost to the economic development of the two countries and provide enormous benefits to the people of Pakistan, Afghanistan, and the region. Some of the agreed projects are, I'm not going into the details of these projects, but I'll just mention the names of these projects. Communication projects, including the early completion of Torkham Jalalabad additional carriageway, and the initiation of other highway projects. Then B, power projects, including the early implementation of CASA 1000, and development of a joint hydel power project on the Kuna River. Rail projects, including the establishment of new rail links to connect Torkham and Jalalabad, as well as Chaman to Spin Boldak. In addition to the above economic and connectivity projects, we have agreed to the early and full implementation of Afghanistan-Pakistan Transit Trade Agreement. I conclude by stressing that constructive engagement between Afghanistan and Pakistan is good for both countries, good for the region, and good for the world. I have, Mr. President, no doubt that your visit to Pakistan will help our two countries advance the shared objectives of peace, progress, and prosperity in the region and beyond, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear brother, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, the Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan, it's been very kind of you to extend me an invitation to visit the brotherly country of Pakistan soon upon your election as the Prime Minister of Pakistan. And it was my delight, Mr. Prime Minister, to accept your invitation to visit a brother and a leader of the people of Pakistan, on whom great hopes are pinned, expectations are there for providing Pakistan the security, the prosperity that the people of Pakistan need, and of making sure that Afghanistan is also peaceful and prosperous, and on advancing a cause of brotherhood and friendship between the two countries ever deeper through working together with the Afghan people in fighting against terrorism and extremism. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I once again express my gratitude for your invitation and for your words of goodwill and your efforts in this regard. Ladies and gentlemen, today the Honorable Prime Minister of Pakistan and I discussed all issues of mutual concern. On my part, I expressed on behalf of the Afghan people the desire of the Afghan people for stability and peace in both our countries, Pakistan and Afghanistan. We discussed in this regard primarily and with emphasis the issue of joint fight against extremism and reconciliation and peace building in Afghanistan, with the expectation that the government of Pakistan will facilitate and help in manners it can to the peace process in Afghanistan, and in providing opportunities or a platform for talks between the Afghan High Peace Council and the Taliban movement. We hope that with this on top of our agenda, we can move forward in bringing stability and peace to both countries. We also discussed in detail the economic opportunities between our two countries, and I was glad to see that the Honorable Prime Minister spoke about it and also referred to some projects that we jointly like to work. Indeed, the two countries have immense opportunities in advancing better economic cooperation between the two countries, so our future generations can unleash the energies that they have for a better life and a better future for both countries. I also informed the Honourable Prime Minister of Afghanistan's regional and international relations, and that Afghanistan's relations with the countries of the world and in this region will only be beneficial to the expansion of relations between Afghanistan and Pakistan, and that Pakistan, as a friend and as a neighbor, can expect good from Afghanistan, just as Afghanistan expects from Pakistan good towards Afghanistan. Afghanistan has also expressed willingness to engage with Pakistan in areas of culture and all other manners of cooperation. But for the two countries, the primary concern is lack of security for its citizens and the continued menace of terrorism attacking both our populations, our government, our soldiers, and our security forces. It is this area that needs to have primary and focused attention by both governments. And it is with hope on this that I have come to Pakistan, Mr. Prime Minister, to meet with you and to advance a course of action together so we can not only have peace in Afghanistan and in Pakistan, but also by having a common campaign against extremism, we make sure that the two countries are safer and prosperous towards a secure future. Mr. Prime Minister, I thank you once again for your good intentions, for your leadership, and for providing the opportunity today for the two of us to discuss in the good interest of both countries. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Questions not allowed.
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म पाकिस्तान नवाज शरीफ और अफगान सदर हामिद कारज़ाई की मुश्तरका प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस। हामिद कारज़ाई का ये कहना कि पाकिस्तान आकर खुशी हुई और उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान का किरदार बहुत अहम है, खित्ते में अमन के लिए बहुत अहम किरदार है पाकिस्तान का, जबकि उन्होंने यह कहा कि पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान दोनों ही के शहरियों और हुकूमतों और सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस को खित्ते में दहशतगर्दी के ख़िलाफ़ सामना है और मुश्तरका जो कोशिशें हैं दहशतगर्दी के ख़िलाफ़ वो जारी रखने पर इत्तफ़ाक़ हुआ है। हामिद कारज़ाई ने यह भी कहा कि पाकिस्तान आकर बहुत खुशी हुई और उम्मीद है कि पाकिस्तान अब मुस्तहकम अफगानिस्तान के क़याम में मदद करेगा।